I'm working away making my rodent coil, which is like next to impossible, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm watching this video, What is Coming to Earth? Have portals begun to open? 2011 part 1. Um, what I want to say first of all is I can't name my videos because I can't type. Right now I'm trying to reformat my computer with a different operating system just because this one's so corrupted. But I have it on my computer, but I can't put it to disk, so I can't boot it. So it's like technical difficulties. Bear with me. Probably a good chance. The universe doesn't want me to title my videos. I've had some people say title my videos. Well, I can't type. I can copy and paste. So if I write anything to anybody, trust, I'm copying and pasting every letter, and it's taking forever to do. And I got a lot of other things to do than to. I'd love to respond, but I got to make my computer work. Anyways, on this video, this Muchu Boichi, I can't even pronounce his name, Kaka or whatever. He's got quite the name. Some scientist. And it's like the scientists have gone completely mad. And this guy is saying it's the rebirth of a planetary system, type 1. And this new government, this new economic system, all of this is the development of the new type of planetary system that we have. And he goes down a pretty good description of, well, type 1 would be this, type 2, type 3, type 4, and it's like this guy doesn't have the comprehension to really fully understand how to evolve into the next type planetary system that we are. He's too trapped into this physical world and his reality of it to be able to say what the hell something else is going to be. He has to actually be in something else to be able to say, this is what it looks like. It's like planetary system 1 is us right now. Well, we're in this fishbowl of our planetary system. In order to evolve, you got to jump out of your fishbowl, see that you're a fish in that fishbowl, and once you see that you're looking down on yourself, how you're interacting with your world, then you've evolved. The problem is that we are seeing ourselves in a fishbowl, experiencing our world one way. But when you see yourself looking at yourself, a bubble within bubbles within bubbles, then you start to see a completely different reality. And to say that there's an evolution means there is no friggin' planets. There's no dual of us. There's the dual of us within inside of us. We have the good and we have the bad. Like right now, anything that's negative is of the negative mindset. It will see everything from a negative mindset. If you are controlling, like these elites, then they're gaining false information. It's not like they're trying to suppress anything. It's that they don't know anything to tell you. They're believing bullshit. They think they need to hold back some bullshit. It's like you're better off without knowing the bullshit because it's all bullshit. Look at how it's working for them. It ain't working for them. Yeah, they may have money. If you want to base your reality on, what's going on based on your bank account. But let's look at the collapse. Everybody's losing their money, so nobody knew shit. Even the guys on the top know shit. So to jump into our evolution, yeah, we will be aware of how we're controlling weather. Dutch sense. He's looking at all of these radars. They all seem to be coming from airports. Something's going on in airports. Do the people that know what they're doing actually know what they're doing? The guy that's flying the airplanes that are having chemtrails, does the guy actually know he's killing his own self and family and planet? No, the guy is going into work. He's being told what to do. He's going out earning his paycheck. He doesn't know that he's part of a game that's destroying the whole friggin' planet. He's not aware. He hasn't woken up to what he's doing. And the point is that while you're trying to wake that guy up, are you waking yourself up? You know, what is it you're doing that's destroying the planet? Did you even see yourself doing it? We are controlling the weather. We are controlling these disasters. Every time you start your freaking car, you're basically ordering the murder of a bunch of children, because that's what we do. That's how we get our oil, by killing off kids and families. You know, it's called war. We dominate a certain area, we take over their resources so we can have our stuff. So are you enjoying your stuff? Because the more stuff you have, the more violence you see in your world. Because that's how we make our stuff, is from violence, from depriving somebody else, by sucking somebody else's energy to make the stuff that you use. But you think you're so much better because you got all that stuff. And it is you buying that stuff that supports the whole friggin' system. You know, you support your justice system. We can't tell the difference between right and wrong, but yet we're going to think a judge knows the difference between right and wrong. He's got biases. He will reject evidence if he doesn't think it's relevant, you know, and he's living in the evil, controlling, you know, is a judge. He thinks he can judge something. He thinks that he's better than anybody else to decide right from wrong. Yet he can't tell what's right and wrong for himself. Forgive him for he doesn't know what he's doing, because he doesn't know that he's biased. He's looking from his world thinking that his world is right. Don't you think you're right in every argument you have? Well, there's somebody you're arguing with, and they'll argue that they're right. So which one is right? Which reality is the right reality? We're all freaking wrong. Every single one of us are wrong, including me. I have jumped into that other reality. I have seen what it is, and the experience is so freaking wild. It's like every time you have a breakdown, which humanity is going to have a breakdown, you're going to receive a download of information, which means every single thing that your parents did, their parents, your grandparents, everything you're doing, you're going to get this, I know what's going on. Now, typically when we've had breakdowns, you still had to fit within society. So the medical world, you know, they had to pump you with a lot of pills. They had to program you with a lot of TV and doctors telling you what you should be believing in, so that if you just change the way you believe in things, you can fit back within society. Well, now we're starting to see, as this game is played out, for my breakdown, it's like, okay, well, coping and dealing with bad shit ain't going to be the game I play. Doing what's wrong and shutting my eyes to it is not going to be the game I play. There's certain things that I feel aren't so bad, but still they're bad, and I'm still doing it. It's like the whole matrix of how I survive in my world has to change for me to actually do the right thing. So that's why I do these videos, is trying to change the matrix of where I live. But it doesn't matter whether you do shit. You know, ultimately it starts with me. I gotta listen to my own voice. I gotta walk, and I hear my voice that says, don't smoke. You gotta have that will to live, even though it doesn't feel like there's a reason to live, or that everybody's going to get, or you know, the world is going to change and be a wonderful place, and everything's going to be wonderful and peachy. Really hard to convince my mind that that is true, because it's like, okay, if this is it, I'd rather be dead. If this is as much pain that's going on the planet and nobody gets it, then I'd rather be dead. But the goal to die means you didn't get it. You know, you missed the whole point of the game. And I see myself playing that game. I'd rather give up and die than to be part of this change. And that's something that I see in my own psychology. I see that other world we're supposed to be in, where we're going to evolve into, it is so freaking hard to describe because we don't have the words to describe it. And our attention span is so short that to describe it is like a freaking book. And even if you write the book, it's like you're going to miss parts of it. It is like every single thought, every single knowing without a contradiction that every single human on this planet has ever had is the piece of the puzzle. So it's like, how can you explain all of that? it is next to impossible. You've got to find that yourself. Find yourself and see how you are participating in controlling the weather. You chop down a rainforest, you're going to change the weather patterns. You know, use technology to get our natural resources out of the planet, and that technology, the process of it, changes it'll create earthquakes. You know, even this, we're starting to notice HAARP controlling weather. Well, it is radar beams. It is different types of beams we put out into the air, like microwaves. You can't see every time you use your oven. That microwave is doing something to your environment. It's doing something to your body, you know, but you get everybody turning their microwaves all on at the same time. Guess what? Something in your environment has now changed. Maybe you are making a radar, you know, of all bad weather come to me. You know, like, you don't know how you're controlling the weather, but once you jump outside of your own bubble and you see what exactly it is you're going to do, you'll stop dead in your tracks and won't do it anymore, because it is like killing yourself. But you got to have the will to live, you know, not die, which every single freaking thing on the planet is designed for you to just give up and die. That's how you evolve, is through death. You know, every religion says if you do the wrong thing, you'll die. And that's how you'll get to heaven. So do the wrong thing, die. Christianity, that's all it is you get to heaven after you die. The only way you die is by doing the wrong thing. So do the wrong thing and you'll be saved. Never ever could get that concept of how do you get to heaven if you're doing the wrong thing. The only way to get to heaven is by doing everything wrong. It just don't make any sense. And I can't get anybody that believes in a religion to actually hang into a conversation. The only thing they got is faith. Faith that it's true. And it's like, sorry, I had faith in things that were true, and it turns out none of it was true. So I don't have faith in just faith itself. I have faith in actual evidence that proves this is the way it goes. And I've had more than enough experience to experience abuse and see why I attracted that abuse. I was looking for answers. I was looking to, why do we have problems? You know, what is the cause of all problems? And I was always looking outside of myself for those answers. Ooh, poof, it was me. You know, so I attracted my own abuse. Every single one of us are attracting our own abuse because we're looking for everybody else to be the leader of you. It's like, lead your freaking self into what path you want to go. But don't take advantage of anybody. Be aware of what your actions do. You know what? Thoughts have energy. So you kind of want to be aware of your thoughts, first of all, because you're putting an energy out there, which is definitely affecting the sun. The sunlight karma is coming back at us, and we're starting to see the connections that, oh, poof, an earthquake. Oh, poof, bad storm. So it's like, at the end of the day, it's all about love. So feel loving thoughts for your universe, loving thoughts for yourself, loving thoughts for your enemy. It's all about the questions you ask. Ask within self of, how am I guilty? What did I do wrong? You know, always look at yourself, at how you created this, and see, are you paralyzed to do anything to change it? You know, like, are you sitting around doing nothing? You know, I'm certainly not doing. I come up here, I try and share it, mostly to reflect on myself, to see my inner thoughts. It's such a healing thing, because you start seeing what the hell comes out of your mouth. Instead of being trapped in your own brain, you bring your brain out into reality and take a look at it. I've been posting my videos and looking at the shit that comes out of my mouth just to see where my head is at. You know, and then it bounces off other people, and sometimes I see things that I never could see before. So I'm in development of myself right now. I'm kind of interested in keeping food. I don't know whether that's the right thing or not, but that's why I'm looking at this rodent coil and this hydroponics unit. But that's going to create an energy field. Magnetics is all energy, so I could be screwing up the planet still. I need some advice. from somebody else that can see things that I don't see. So I'm open. It's going to be a wild ride, but everything's good. Just the scientists, they've just lost their minds. They just need to find their minds. Forgive them, for they know not what they're doing. Peace out.